Hey everyone, this is Arjun from AlphaStreet back with another interview. Today we have with us CEO of AdTheorent Jim Lawson.
Hey, Arjun, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. Good morning. How are you doing?
Awesome, pretty good.
Great. Jim, firstly, how is AdTheorent different from other digital advertising platforms? What's your USP? Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me on. We have a revolutionary take on programmatic ad targeting. So what we have built is a very highly differentiated platform premised on machine learning, which solves a number of advertising industry problems. Most important, we can execute campaigns which deliver measurable and provable value in a way that other platforms simply cannot, because we can tap into the power of machine learning and predictively scoring every impression that comes into our system, and using that machine learning and data science, determining which impressions in the programmatic marketplace are most likely to yield conversions or positive business outcomes for our customers. And most of the other DSPs in the market are leveraging tactics which we believe are dated and limited, which are mostly cookie-based or ID-based.
All right, understood. Also tell us a bit about your SPAC acquisition, your reasoning for choosing SPAC and why now?
Yeah, well, it's a great question. We're not like all the other SPAC targets out there, in the sense that, we have a long track record of financial performance. We have a very strong fundamental revenue and EBITDA generation profile. In 2021, we'll do 161 million in revenue, GAAP revenue, and 106 per our recent guidance, revenue less TAC, and over 30 million in EBITDA. So, we're a bit different. We've been working with Monroe Capital for many years. They were one of our lenders, and we know them well. And they have a good and strong track record with SPACs. And as we considered our options and, what the different methods for us getting to the next level and being a public company, we believe that we should be on that bigger stage now. And we believe that we need the opportunity to tell our story to more investors and more people in the market. So we're very excited about being out there. As far as why SPAC, the partnership with Monroe is just too good to pass up. They know the SPAC marketplace. We knew we could get to be a public company in a relatively efficient time period. It's not as fast as everybody would like, of course, but it's an efficient process, and we get to keep working with our great partners at Monroe. And they have a great track record with their other SPACs.
All right, understood. Great. Jim, I'm just trying to rack your brains a bit over here. Over the past few years, consumers have become, increasingly conscious and protective about their privacy. Now, how do you mitigate that very valid fear, all the while, offering value to clients? How do you find the right balance there?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because it's one of the main reasons why we are special. And it's one of the main reasons why our customers are demanding what we're doing more than ever. So when you target digital ads, there are a number of ways to do it. I alluded to this earlier. The most prevalent method for programmatic DSPs to target ads these days is essentially leveraging behavioral tactics, cookies. Where has a consumer been? Where has the user been? What other websites? That's essentially what cookies allow you to understand. The other method is licensed audience segments, which essentially are lists of IDs, and they come from a number of different sources. They have, in some cases, unclear origins, where the data is coming from, and the freshness of the data is often unclear. We throw all that out, and we're able to access signals in real time from our publisher partners. And when we access these signals, we're not utilizing and relying on individual IDs in order to determine which ads we target or which digital impressions we purchase. What we are doing is identifying correlations of data attributes. It could be data about the publisher. It could be data about keywords on the page. It could be data about the device, the operating system of the device, the size of the device. It could be data about the ad unit itself, the type of ad unit, the location on the page. Any number of non-individualized data points can be used in a machine learning environment, and the machine and data science can connect the dots in a way that a regular human mind or a more rudimentary tactic just can't do. And because you have that power of machine learning and statistics, you're also very privacy forward, and you're not essentially marketing based on the development of user profiles and creating these vast pools of data about users based on their internet behaviors or otherwise, which is what most of the other digital DSPs are doing currently.
All right, that makes sense. Also, Jim, if you look off late, we are seeing an increasing trend where consumers are willing to pay more money so that they get an ad-free experience. And you can find that especially in gaming or entertainment spheres. Do you think this trend is something that might impact your market?
No, I don't think so. I think that the open and free internet is a beautiful thing that most people value very much. And I think that the type of ad targeting that's happening, especially among top publishers and top brands like the ones we work with, is really about making the experience better for users. An advertisement does not need to be and should not be an off-putting experience. The advertisement in the digital environment should be something that adds value. We don't believe that the future of the internet is a series of private paywall content areas and zones. We think that the open internet, subsidized by effective, efficient, and responsible digital advertising, is the future. And we're happy to be a part of elevating the game and making those types of ads better in the sense that they are going to be more relevant to the user, and they're going to be ads that users are more likely to engage with and add value to their lives. And they're going to be pleasing, and they're going to be beautiful, and they're going to be fun, and they're going to be whatever the particular advertiser is looking for. And there's so many things that you can do in that regard, and lots of different screens and lots of different tactics and methods. And I don't think the future of the internet is paywalls everywhere. I feel like that would be going backwards.
All right, great. Coming back to AdTheorent, you had recently raised your guidance, citing strong growth in the first half. What were the factors that acted as a tailwind during this period?
Yeah, so we had a really good first half of the year. We have great demand for what we're doing. As I mentioned, the ability to drive performance sets us apart. Our ability to do so in a privacy-forward manner sets us apart. We've grown our relationships with brands increasingly. We work directly with some of the great agencies, but we also work directly with a number of large brands, and those relationships have grown. Our brand direct, for example, year over year through the first half, growth was over 80%. We've some great partnership commitments with agencies that work with us on a long-term basis, and those partnership understandings of spend have grown 60% through the first half of the year. Our bookings are up over 50%. CTV is an area of great growth for us. We were up 300% through the first half of the year, and video was up 40%. Net, our ability, for us, it's all about the customer satisfaction. If we can drive ROI, if we can show the customer that by working with us, they were able to sell more, or they were able to engage more, they were able to drive more in-store visitation, those business metrics that they care about, if we can prove to our customers that our campaigns are yielding those outcomes, we have a great future. And we've been very good at that. And we've spent a lot of time, and we've invested a lot of money, and we have a lot of really brilliant data scientists and analytics and tech and others within our organization that are dedicated to doing that, and always leaning into the new technologies and leaning into the new methods so that we can solve for very difficult vertical specific challenges that our customers face. What a pharmaceutical advertiser is trying to achieve is different than a quick service restaurant. And we have the solutions, and we've invested in solutions that are different based on those business challenges and those KPIs, and also based on the type of data that is considered acceptable to be used in those different verticals as well.
All right, wonderful. Just one last question, Jim, with public listing and all out of the way, what is going to be the management's focus over the next 2 years?
We have been a disciplined group since 2012. We're, like I mentioned earlier, I feel in many respects that we've operated as a public company for the last few years, in the sense that we take our commitments very seriously. We have a multi-year track record of really disciplined operational and financial success. Our core platform and technology and products are highly differentiated, and we need to continue to invest in that. We need to make sure that we always have the best products and capabilities in the market. And we have a number of strategic advantages that I mentioned that make the demand for our offerings great. And that is the privacy forward and our ability to drive performance. We're going to invest in those capabilities. We're going to invest in our technology. We need to grow out our team. We need more people on our team to go tell our story. And in the market, we want to hire more. And there are new markets that we have yet to explore and new opportunities. CTV, we're relatively early stages there. We'll triple our revenue there, but it's relatively early stages for us. We haven't made an incredibly big investment there, and we look forward to making an investment in some of these areas where we know we can capture a greater piece of the market.
All right, great. Wonderful, Jim. We'll just wrap up with that. Thanks again for your time and those really great responses.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's good to be with you today.